As a homemaker, I think it is important that the woman has the house clean, a hot meal on the table for her husband and her kids. I do not go to the gym without my husband, ever. My husband does not have to lift a finger when he is at home. He doesn't need to help me cook. I cook him what he wants to eat. Pull yourself together, put some makeup on, put a cute outfit on, do your hair, do something. My husband gets the final say.
Are you a hoe or a housewife? The mainstream media would like you to believe that those are the only two options. And if you're anything like me and you don't fit into either category, then congratulations, you are not only the majority of people, but you also will not be represented in the mainstream media. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Andoer Monopod. If this is your first time on my channel, you will most likely look at me and think, leopard print top, she's a hoe, and she's got the long nails, so she's definitely a feminist. Right? But on the contrary, I actually have a lot of conservative values. I am anti-porn, anti-OnlyFans, anti-dating apps. As you will see from my previous videos, I am not on board with the sexual liberation movement. I promote monogamy. I don't even drink. I haven't drank alcohol for roughly at least over 6 years. I also believe in God. So then you might think, oh, she's an extremist. No, because I also don't want kids. I've never really been fussed about marriage. So where am I in this category? Now, I'm not alone here. I know that most women have a nuanced lifestyle. And the thing that inspired me to do this video was that I was on my YouTube recommended, and I was recommended 2 videos in the same night that were complete polar opposites of one another. They were both extreme examples on opposite sides, representing lifestyles that I strongly disagree with both, and it made me realise that there is nothing in between that is being presented to people, and that's what I want to talk about in this video today. So what I'm going to do for funsies is I'm going to show you some short clips from both of these videos, and I want you to sit and think afterwards, how do I feel about this, right? How does this make me feel? Video 1. Okay, so that was video 1. Apparently, if you're single and you don't want to be held down by a relationship, this is the type of ideology that will be promoted to you. You have to bear with me here because I know that my audience is predominantly people of a more mature mindset. The thing that bothers me is that if you look at the audience here, this is the youth. These are young, impressionable people. I'm all about confidence. I'm all about being independent and not relying on another person to complete you. I'm not against relationships, obviously. The thing that frustrates me is that the only representation in the media, in the mainstream, of confident women, they're also talking about stripping and degrading themselves sexually to the extreme. What was that? I will admit this now. I listen to female rap. I do. I know that everything in the mainstream has got an agenda behind it. I know that. It's something that you can't really avoid. But I do believe that if you're aware of the conditioning and aware of the subliminals that's going on behind the scenes, that you won't be as susceptible to it. Now, a lot of people will disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But when I saw this artist in particular performing live, that is not a representation of confidence. That is overcompensating, and it's overcompensating for severe low self-esteem. That's actually what I see. If you think that degrading yourself sexually on stage or anywhere in public, if you think it's braggadly to say how many men want to sleep with you, or if you think you have bragging rights for stealing someone else's boyfriend, that's low self-esteem. That is not confidence. And it's annoying because this narrative is being fed to the youth with a catchy beat. And sometimes they put nice synths in it and catchy phrases. Why is it that every single female rap song has to be about stripping and being a hoe? You know, every single song is like, shake that ass, hoe. What about fuck the vaccine? Fuck the New World Order? You know, when I was talking to my dad about this video idea, he said to me that rap music used to be about anti-establishment stuff, anti-authority. Now it's anti-us. It's self-destructive. But now that that's out the way, now I've said my part about that, I want to show you video number 2. And again, ask yourself, how does this make me feel?
Things me and my husband do in our marriage that really strengthen our marriage. I do not go to the gym without my husband, ever. I did this when I was single, and when I tell you the amount of people, men, that walk up to me in the gym, it's countless. And a married woman, whether she has a ring on her finger or not, men just sometimes don't follow those boundaries. And it's not about trust, it's about removing yourself from a situation before it can even happen. Like, I cook him what he wants to eat. A lot of wives I see, they like get in these relationships and they try and change their man's diets and stuff like that. Like, sure, if you want to eat your salads and your green smoothies, go for it. But do not make your husband eat that way. They are grown men. They usually want something more hearty and filling, and that's what I make him. And if I want to eat less of it, or I want something a little bit healthier, then I usually will. But I'm not going to change what he eats. I always make sure I am put together. This is a really big thing. I think that waking up in the morning and just staying in pajamas all day, it's not the way to go. Pull yourself together, put some makeup on, put a cute outfit on, do your hair, do something, and make yourself look a little more put together. And trust me, he does notice.
If you watched this video and felt even the slightest bit triggered, you are not alone. And I want to make this very clear that the criticisms that I am about to say are not aimed at general, normal women who are sane, who are adopting a traditional lifestyle without the influence of social media. You know, women who want to have children, they want to get married, they love their husband, they don't want to work. That is not the issue that I have at all. When I first saw this girl in particular promoting the Tradwife movement, I did actually say in a previous video that it was quite heartwarming. Initially, when you see some of this girl's videos, it's like a breath of fresh air, especially when you're being shown videos all the time of these, you know, female rappers going, shake that ass, ho, and all that stuff. It's like you become that repulsed by the opposition that you see something like this and you think, oh, this is so nice. What a lovely girl, you know? And she's even wearing like the cute vintage outfits, like she's totally got the branding down to a T. But the first thing that I want to point out to people is that this girl is not a tradwife. She is anything but a traditional wife. She is an influencer. She is a content creator. That actually is her lifestyle. Sorry. And obviously I'm not criticizing the lifestyle of a content creator. I am one. But what I'm saying is that if she was 100% traditional, she would not be putting herself on social media, because that's not traditional. Let's talk about some of the things that she mentioned in this video in particular. The first point that she made was that she doesn't go to the gym without her husband because she doesn't want to put herself in a situation where other men will see her and approach her. But contradicting that, her and her husband are completely fine with her presenting herself, looking all gorgeous and dolled up, massive boobs, advertising herself to a plethora of men on the internet who actually, apparently, are fetishizing this movement. They like it. She's presenting herself looking gorgeous and telling men how much she loves being subservient and doing everything for her man. But going to the gym is an insult to her husband. I'm not criticising her doing social media, but I'm saying it's a massive contradiction, and people need to recognise that. When people are trying to live the traditional lifestyle and they're seeing content like this that is setting a very bizarre standard, they will be internalising it and thinking, oh, well, yeah, maybe I should stop doing that as well, and I should stop doing that, and I should be more like that girl because she's the head of the Tradwife movement. It's just... it screams psyop to me. Another point that I just have to make here, right? The part where she said, make sure that every day you're dolled up for your man. Don't let him see you in slacks with no makeup on. Put on some makeup every single day. Make an effort every single day and dress up. What this girl is promoting here is not love. It's not based in love. It's actually based in being subservient. If a man stands the risk of losing his love for you because he's seen you at your worst, or maybe you're ill and you can't put makeup on, or maybe you just don't want to put poisonous chemicals on your face every single day. I mean, I know that I plaster the makeup on, yeah? But that's only for videos. This makeup is only for extreme special occasions, one of which is taking videos. But this girl, she can say that she's putting on makeup and dressing up in a full-on outfit just to cook and clean for her husband, but in actual fact, she is putting that makeup on to record TikToks. She is dressing up for the internet. She is not dressing up for her man. He is not the only person that sees her on a daily basis. And my goal is not to slam this girl. I mean, at least she's promoting something that is representing a little bit more of a moral lifestyle. But upon seeing this recent video, it has come to my attention that this is less about promoting a good lifestyle and getting people to go on the moral path again, bringing back tradition. It's less about that, and it's actually more about shock value and clicks and views. I actually think that this girl is an actress, and I think this is just my opinion here. I could be totally wrong, but what I think is happening is this is a persona. This is an idea that she's thought of. It's done really, really well on social media. And I bet you she sits down with her husband and he's totally in on it, and they brainstorm ideas of, ooh, what shall I say next that would really trigger the feminists? What would wind them up more? Oh my God, should I say this? But I don't know. What do you think? Am I completely wrong here? Am I being unfair? Do you think I'm onto something? Because I do. In general, the message that I'm trying to put across here is that the media's goal is to keep us distracted and to divide us. And we don't have to fall out with each other and hate each other because we want different lifestyles. And we also do not have to agree with everything that is in the cult. You can have your own nuanced thinking, you can have your unpopular opinions. If anything, try and have unpopular opinions, because at least that way you know that it is your organic thought. I have actually had hate from people purely because I don't want children. I've had people comment on my channel, how dare you not want children? You evil feminist, you've been brainwashed. And then in other videos, I've been called a misogynist. This is what happens when society gets split into two groups, and my goal is to completely destroy this left-right paradigm. It's bullshit. I have friends that have dreamed of their wedding day since they were little, who have always wanted children. Do I look at them a type of way because of that? No. Just because I don't want the same thing does not mean that I can't still empathise with how they feel. I know how it feels to want something so badly that it encompasses your whole soul, and I know that women who want children, that is how they feel. And at no point did I actually promote not having children. I just said that that's what I choose to do. And when people say that I've been brainwashed by feminism, I have never wanted kids. I didn't want kids before it became a popular thing. I also, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I've had friends or known people who have been on OnlyFans. So I'm also not actually judgmental in that way. If we allow ourselves to hate one another for such minute, minuscule differences, sooner or later we will have no one. We will be an island on our own. If you want to build community, but you want to exclude people because they've got a slightly different belief to yours, or they have a different perspective or a different path, then you don't have community, you have a cult. And cults get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then they get exposed, and then they turn into a different cult, right? The only thing that is important to me right now, that we all must agree on, is that the people who are running the show are psychopaths, and that they should not be trusted, and that we are in a war against our own government, the authorities. That's the only thing that I think that we should all agree on. I did have some notes for this video, but I think I just went all over the place. Oh, yes. There's just one more key point I wanted to make here about female rappers and singers that go on and say, all the single ladies. Most of them have husbands. Everything you see in the media is fake. Love you, bye.